Fusion Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
Foreign trade documents and means of payment. Types of international trade documents. We have various documents which facilitate international trade. These documents include the consular invoice, bill of lading, certificate of origin, shipping note, airway bills, indent, ship manifest, mate receipt, freight notes, customs specification, dock warrant, bill of entry, calling forward note, license, export invoice, ship report, insurance certificate, bill of exchange. The consular invoice is the invoice that has been signed by the consul of the country to which the goods is to be consigned. This invoice is signed to prevent understating the price so as not to attract less custom duty. It is a special form of invoice legalized by a consul in an importing country. Purpose of consular invoice is to prevent understatement of prices and to ensure correct payment of custom duties. Bill of lading. Bill of lading is a document of title giving the holder a right to take possession of the goods to which it refers. A bill of lading is a contract of carriage of goods between an exporter and the shipping company. It is issued out by a shipping company's official as a receipt for the goods shipped and at the same time undertakes to carry the goods to the port of destination. A bill of lading is a document of title and is made out in triplicate, one copy being retained by the exporter, the second by the shipmaster, while the third is sent to the importer. Contents of a bill of lading includes the name of the ship carrying the goods, description of the goods such as the quantity, type, weight, etc., the shipper's name, the names of the consignor and the consignee, addresses of both consignor and the consignee, the port of embarkation or port of loading, conditions of carriage, for example, who pays the freight charges. Another content is the port of disembarkation or port of unloading, the location of the goods in the ship, the expected time of arrival are all contents of a bill of lading. Types of bill of lading includes the clean bill of lading and the dirty or foul bill of lading. A clean bill of lading is one signed by the transporter. It shows that the goods are in good order or condition or are free from irregularities or damages. While the dirty or foul bill of lading is one which indicates some deficiencies, irregularities, or damage on the goods. Purpose of bill of lading. Bill of lading conveys ownership on the holder. It is a contract between the exporter and the shipping company. It is a document of evidence that the goods has been shipped. Certificate of origin. Certificate of origin is a document signed by a customs officer of the exporting country to show the country from which the goods have been exported or where it originated from. This document is important when the importing country has a preferential tariff applicable only to certain countries. Purpose of certificate of origin. It shows where the goods come from. It helps to determine outflow of foreign exchange to the country of origin, and it serves as an instrument for preferential tariffs. The certificate of origin is prepared by the producer to accompany the goods in order to determine the place of origin. This is important when countries in the same economic union, for example, the ECOWAS, wants to charge preferential tariffs on goods from their members. The shipping note. Shipping note is a document sent to the shipping agent by the exporter. The document contains instruction for transporting the goods. It is a request to the shipping company to transport the goods to a named destination at a particular time. If the forwarding agent handles shipment, it has to obtain a shipping note to request a shipping company to transport the goods. Airway bill. Airway bill is a numbered document made out by or on behalf of the consignor of goods to be transported by air freight. It shows names of consignor, consignee, airport of loading, and destination. It also shows the nature, weight, value of goods, the marks, numbers, and dimension of the packages, the route and the freight charged. It is also used when goods are being transported by air. Indent. Indent is a document used in international trade. It is an order to buy goods conveyed by an importer to a potential supplier. An indent can be placed with the seller or his agent. Indent gives details of the goods required, approximate price, date of delivery, and others. An indent can be opened or closed. An open indent is an order from abroad to a merchant with freedom to purchase goods from any manufacturer he pleases, while in closed indent, the foreign buyer will specify the manufacturer from whom the goods are to be purchased. Shipping manifest. Shipping manifest is a document to be completed by the captain of a ship and lodged with the customs authority before the ship can leave the port. It shows particulars of the ship, its cargo, and destination. The shipping manifest must be left with the customs before the ship leaves the port, and copies are sent to the ship's agents at the port of destination. Mate receipt. Mate receipt is a document used when goods are loaded on a ship by lighter. This is usually signed by an authorized officer of the ship, stating that the goods are received in good condition. This document will be exchanged afterward for a bill of lading. Export invoice. An export invoice is a document sent by the exporter to the importer, giving full description or complete summary of the goods dispatched. It shows the list of goods, terms of sale, quantity, price, name of ship, and the total amount to be paid. The exporter will send this document to the importer. Ship report. Ship report is a document which must be supplied by the master of a ship to the custom authorities on arrival at a port. This report gives the particulars of the ship, crew, passengers, cargo, and port of departure. Until this report is received, the goods cannot be offloaded. Freight note. Freight note is a document which shows the carriage charges for a particular cargo for a specified journey. It is issued by the shipping company to give details of charges for shipping a particular consignment of cargo for a specified journey. The customs specification. Customs specification is a document lodged with the customs authority, as the name implies, which shows the value of the goods exported and the country to which they have been consigned. The information in this document enables the Ministry of Trade to calculate the import and export so as to know the balance of trade. Dock warrant. Dock warrant is a receipt for goods delivered and stored in the warehouse. It entitles the holder to take possession of goods. It is also known as dock receipt. This document will state that goods have been kept in the warehouse by the owner awaiting clearing or loading. Dock landing account. Dock landing account is a document issued to the master of the ship on its arrival at a port. The ship is given a reference number and information on cargo together with particulars of any damaged goods. Bill of site. Bill of site is a document used in import trade which is submitted to the customs authorities if a full description of the imported goods cannot be provided. This document enables the goods to be landed and their inspection is authorized by the customs, while a full description of the goods will be provided later. Bill of entry. Bill of entry is a foreign document which contains detailed particulars of all imported goods into the country. It provides the customs with particulars of goods imported which must be presented at the port on arrival before they are allowed into the country. Calling forward note. Calling forward note is a document sent by the shipping company to the forward agent, stating the date which goods must arrive at the dock for loading. License. License allows the importer to bring a certain quantity of foreign goods into a country and to purchase foreign exchange. They are required to restrict import quota. License must be obtained by the importer before goods can be imported. This is used to control foreign trade so as to prevent dumping. The insurance certificate. Insurance certificate shows that the exporter has paid for insurance to protect him against risk. The marine insurance policy is entered into it to cover the cargoes against the perils of the sea. It is compulsory that goods are insured before they are exported. Bill of exchange. Bill of exchange is an unconditional order in writing addressed by one person to another and signed by the person to whom it is addressed to pay on demand or at a fixed or determinable future time a certain sum of money to the order of a specified person. Bill may be inland or foreign. Foreign bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument which can be discounted by bank and is sent by the seller to the buyer. A foreign bill must be drawn up in triplicate. Using myself and you as an example, bill of exchange is an unconditional order in writing addressed by me to you, my listener, and signed by you listening to pay on demand a certain fixed or determinable future time a certain sum of money to another specified person. I hope you understand now. Terms of quoting price in international trade. We have the cost, insurance and freight, that is the CIF. We have the free on board, that is the FOB. We have the free alongside ship, that is the FAS, the free on rail, the FORP, the CF, the Franco, the free on quay. Cost, insurance and freight. This price quotation means that the price quoted includes the cost of the goods, the freight and insurance up to the port of destination, while the purchaser is responsible for other subsequent charges. Free on board means that the price covers all costs up to the ship, including charges payable for loading goods on the ship. Free alongside ship means that the price quotation includes all charges used to deliver the goods to the side of the ship but excludes charges for loading the ship, which the buyer is responsible for. Free on rail. This price quotation means that the seller has paid all charges, including loading the goods on rail. The purchaser takes over charges such as insurance from then on. CF means that the price quoted covers all charges, including freight payable to the point of destination, while the buyer pays the insurance charge. Franco means the price quoted includes the cost of insurance, freight and all delivery charges to the importer's warehouse. Free on quay. This is a term in which the price includes only delivery to the quay for shipment. The purchaser will take over all responsibilities for shipment and insurance from then on. Talking about means of payment in international trade, we have different means of payment, which includes mail transfer, telegraphic transfer, guaranteed mail transfer, traveler's check, documentary credit, bank draft, letter of hypothecation, factoring, and foreign bill of exchange. Mail transfer is a means of payment in which, in order to pay a foreign creditor a sum of money, is given by a bank to its foreign agent by means of letter or airmail. Mail transfer is similar to a check but cannot be transferred. Telegraphic transfer. Telegraphic transfer is an order for settlement of debt in international trade by means of telegraph or cable sent by a bank in one country to another. It can also be defined as the transfer by telegraph or cable of bank deposits from one country to another as a means of making payments in foreign trade. It is the quickest method of transferring money. A bank will, at its customer's request and risk, send a cable with the necessary particulars to its foreign agent, who will act on the instructions in order to make payment. Guaranteed mail transfer. Guaranteed mail transfer is an order to pay sent by mail. This is similar to mail transfer, but here the remitting bank will guarantee payment on the agreed date. Traveler's check. Traveler's check are orders drawn on commercial bank, which travelers and businessmen to other countries can use to settle their bills. The beneficiary is thus enabled to obtain foreign currency when traveling abroad to settle their indebtedness. To prevent their misuse, they have to be signed in the presence of the bank clerk, who issued them, and countersigned when used as means of payment. Documentary credit. Documentary credit is a method of payment of financing foreign trade. The importer opens a credit in favor of the exporter at a bank in the exporter's country. A documentary bill is then drawn by the importer in favor of the exporter. Bank draft is a check drawn on a bank by itself or its agent. It is used by a debtor when his creditor is not willing to accept a personal check. The debtor pays the bank for the draft at the time of issue. This can also be used in international trade. Letter of hypothecation. This is a form of authority given to a banker, often in connection with a documentary bill, authorizing it to sell the goods that have been pledged to it if payment or acceptance of the bill is refused. Factoring. A firm can purchase the trade debts of its clients and then claim payment for them. This is also a means of financing export. A factoring company will take over the collection of trade debts after it has export them. Foreign Bill of Exchange. This is a bill of exchange which is used for making payments arising from international trade. It is drawn by a creditor and accepted by the debtor. Let's also talk about Customs Authority, Nigerian Export Promotion, Nigerian Airports Authority, and some terminologies used in international trade and documentation, and also types of letter of credit. Custom Authority is a department in the Ministry of Internal Affairs charged with the responsibility of assessing and collecting custom duties on import, exports, and goods produced locally. It also computes trade statistics from import and export trade documents. The Customs Department regulates and controls import and export trade, collects import, export, and excise duties. Functions of Custom Authority include collection of tariffs. It assesses and collects revenue from tariffs and excise duties. Supervision of warehouses. It is the function of Custom Authority to supervise bonded warehouse. Compilation of statistical records on export and import trade which is supplied to the government. Prevention of smuggling contraband goods. Another function of the Custom Authority is the supervision of foreign trade. It supervises foreign trade by ensuring that only licensed goods are imported or exported. Enforcement of ban. The Customs Authority ensures that ban on prohibited goods are enforced. The Customs Authority provides appropriate quarantine facilities for the importation of livestock. This is to prevent the spread of livestock diseases. Completion of documents. The Customs will ensure that customs declaration forms and other documents are completed. These are the few functions of Customs Authority, though not restricted to them. Nigerian Export Promotion Council. This is a council that was set up to assist exporters in the course of exporting goods and to set out procedures for export trade. The council also assists in assessing the performance of Nigeria's export commodities in foreign markets. Functions of the Nigerian Export Promotion Council include export financing and incentives. NEPC, that is Nigerian Export Promotion Council, assists in financing exports by evolving measures designed to make available export financing facilities, investments, and the rest. It also reviews and liberalizes export procedures and documentation to enhance clearance at the ports. It also organizes training programs, seminars, and workshops in export management and international marketing. Preparation of export documents is also the function of the Nigerian Export Promotion Council. The Nigerian Export Promotion Council creates awareness. It produces publicity materials to publicize the export potentials of the country and by so doing creates awareness for them and the council's activity. It also establishes and operates international trade information centers to provide prompt information services. The council assists in assessing the performance of Nigerian export goods in international markets as well as identifying barriers against them and exploring ways of penetrating new markets. The council adopts measures necessary to increase the volume of production from agriculture and industry for export. It gives advice on quality control, packaging, and product design to ensure acceptable standard of exportable goods. NEPC also approves exports, provides export license, and sets out procedures for exporting goods abroad. Now we'll look at the Nigerian Airports Authority. Nigerian Airport Authority is a statutory body charged with the responsibility of controlling and managing the airports, as well as providing adequate airport facilities. There are local and international airports in Nigeria. For example, the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, the Aminu Kano International Airport, while Calabar Airport and Enugu Airport are examples of local airports. Functions of Airport Authority includes provision of facilities for landing, refueling, and taking off of aeroplanes, controlling domestic and international airlines, providing parking space for vehicles. Maintenance of facilities is another function of Airport Authority. The Airport Authority takes charge of collecting airport taxes from airlines, shop operators in the airport, and others. The Airport Authority ensures cleanliness of the airport. The Airport Authority provides office accommodation for customs, immigration, police, and other agents working in the airport. The Airport Authority maintains loading and offloading facilities. This authority promotes foreign trade through the movement of goods and services. The Airport Authority ensures the security of passengers by providing security. Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA). The management, control, and general operations of the seaports in Nigeria are handled by the Nigerian Ports Authority. This authority provides facilities at the port to ensure effective and efficient sea transportation. For example, the Lagos Port and Port Harcourt ports. Functions of Port Authority includes the provision of facilities like berths, cranes, forklifts, and navigational aids. They also maintain and improve the ports. They also collect harbor and dock dues. They supervise the loading and offloading of goods. They provide warehouse facilities at the dockyards. They provide accommodation for immigration, customs, shipping companies, and the police operating at the port. They provide security to monitor movement of ships, cargoes, and people within and around the nation ports. Some terminologies used in international trade and documentation includes bonded warehouse, which we've treated earlier, and we said it is a place where goods whose custom duties have not been paid are stored until they are settled. It is usually located at the port. We also have Del Kada Commission. Del Kada Commission is an extra commission received by the Del Kada agent for indemnifying the goods against loss or guarantee that the buyer will pay for the goods. We also have the Free Port, which allows goods that are to be re-exported to enter free without the payment of custom duties. Documentary bill is a bill of exchange to which are attached such documents as a bill of lading, invoice, insurance policy, dock warrant, etc. It is a document of assurance. We also have the ad valorem duty. Ad valorem duty is a form of tax or duty which is calculated or paid based on the value of the goods and not on their quantity. We also have demurrage. Demurrage is a term used in connection with charter party in which the charterer pays an extra charge for retaining a ship beyond the permitted time for loading and offloading in a port. Letter of credit. Letter of credit is a document authorizing a bank abroad to pay the bearer a specified sum of money for an international trade transaction. Letters of credit are useful in international trade as means of payment. The buyer will apply to his bank to open a credit in favor of his creditor. Most payments in foreign trade are made by means of letter of credit. Types of letter credit. We have the confirmed irrevocable letter of credit, the unconfirmed credit or revocable letter of credit, then we have the irrevocable letter of credit. The confirmed irrevocable letter of credit is opened in a bank by an importer in favor of a foreign seller and which has been confirmed by the bank. This is one in which the negotiating bank guarantees payment to the beneficiary should the issuing bank fail to honor it. Unconfirmed credit or revocable letter of credit is a revocable letter of credit which can be cancelled at any time. Irrevocable letter of credit is a credit that cannot be cancelled by the issuing bank before the expiry date without the knowledge of the beneficiary.